Today we're going to be working on a website called Highlights Kids. You might have seen the Highlights magazine. You might even get it at home. I know at a lot of doctors' offices they have the magazine, and one of its main features is its hidden pictures. Well, this area we're going to go to today is the games and puzzles area. So if I look right here, I see some hidden pictures. As I scroll down, I see some other types of games as well. Unscramble, pipe puzzle, art play, where I get to make like my own hot air balloon. They've got some what's wrong, double check, and some other activities as I go. It says right now they're only showing 11 of 40. If I click this blue button right here, then more things come up. And if I click, more things come up. And I keep going until I have all 40 of them showing 40 of 40. So all of these games are available to us today. So let's start by looking at how you do a hidden picture. So the ones that are colored are a little bit easier. They're my first hidden pictures. And then the ones that aren't colored might be a little bit harder. So I'm just going to go to this one called mountain climbing. So when I click on it, it says I found 0 of 12 things. These right here are the things that I want to find hidden somewhere inside of this picture. If I think I found something, I click on it. If I do, it colors it, and it also marks it off my list. And then if I'm not sure what it looks like, I can click on it to make it a little bigger. I also have a little zoom button, so if I'm not sure that I can see it real well, I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, I see something else. So I click on it. Now, if I click on something and it's not it, then it doesn't color anything. If I want to zoom out, I can go back up there. If I really am stuck, don't just sit there and hit this and waste your time not trying. But if I'm really stuck, I do have a hint right here. And it kind of blocks out some of the area where it's not until it lights up the area that I am looking for something. So it looks like it's showing me where the spoon is. But that is not to go to just at the very beginning. You want to look and try first, and then if there's something you're really stuck on, then you can use your hint. So let's say I was done with that. I'm going to go back to my little game controller right here, and I'm going to pick something else. So maybe I want to build my own flying machine. I could go to that activity. So let it load up, and I see different baskets and balloons here. If I click the arrows, I see even more choices. So maybe I want to click and drag this up here. I can turn it. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can move it wherever I want. If I want to get rid of it, I've got the little X. And then that's my basket, but I need a balloon on top of that. So maybe I want that balloon. And I drag it up there. And I've got all these choices. I can make one big balloon. I can put some decoration on that balloon. Whatever I want to do. For that balloon, I could add more than one balloon if I want. Now that is just creative. They're not really going to fly or anything. I can go back. Maybe this one's kind of tricky. Groundhog pipe puzzle. So I have to turn these little pieces until I find a path to get our groundhog down here to the nest that he's in down here. So I can play around with trying to make that if I want. Some of the other choices you have, like what's wrong. So you look at the picture and you're trying to find, it says find 64 silly things. So like a penguin sitting on the roof, that's a silly thing because that wouldn't normally happen. So when I click on it, it highlights it. It also tells me I found 1 of 24. Let's see what other choices we have. Double check. So you have two pictures and you have to figure out 25 things that are different between the pictures. So for example, this balloon here is red, but over here it's blue. So I would click on it. I found one of the things that's different between the two pictures. Let's see, unscramble. You have dinosaur words and you have to correctly identify each dinosaur skeleton. This might be a little bit harder for you all, but you move them around and try to put them in the right spot. You do have a hint button there as well. If it's too hard, okay, pick something else. And I think the rest of them are mostly hidden picture activities, but you can play any of them that you like. So the ones that are colored act the same way, you just don't have as many defined as the ones that are not colored. These I only have to find 5. And if I find something, it's already colored, so it doesn't color. It just puts the red around it, and it still marks it off here. So, your job today is to explore all of these activities here on HighlightsKidsMagazine.com.